Hi, so in this video, we're going to talk about the importance of really listening to your body. A lot of times we think of emotions as a bad thing, especially the negative ones that don't feel so good. The anger, the frustration, the sadness, all of that. However, they can really speak to you and tell you something so important about what's going on for you. So when you feel one of those emotions, basically there's energy that wants to move within your body. Something wants to move, something wants to release. So all of a sudden you feel this sadness about something. Something happened 5 minutes prior, you're feeling this sadness, something's coming to the surface. It wants to release, it wants to let go. And a lot of times what we end up doing is distracting ourselves. Instead of feeling the emotion, we end up eating, smoking, drinking, watching TV, sitting there on social media, texting, Facebook, what's going on, all that kind of stuff. Just completely distracting ourselves from what's actually coming up. Yet the most important thing we can do is actually pay attention to what is coming up. Because in that moment, there might be discomfort, but going through that discomfort, then once that's released, you feel so much more fulfilled, so much better in the long run, way better than that instant gratification, whether it be that drink, that food, texting, being entertained by someone else, online. There's a lot of, being distracted by other people, using people to entertain yourself. Because that'll only get it out of your mind for a split second, but in the long run it's still sitting in you. And on top of that, now you're doing something that's actually not good for you either. That's like kind of adding layers to the crap that's already kind of going on, right? But when you honor yourself, you honor that emotion, you actually allow it to flow through you. So that sadness, for example, that's coming up. Now, first of all, that sadness has nothing to do with that moment 5 minutes prior. That sadness actually is a trigger from something from when you were younger. That's inner child work, going back to your childhood, to release whatever is going on. That's like a whole other ball game. But that's actually what is being triggered, is something from the past that now this memory is triggering for you from back then. It just feels like it's actually this situation that's causing it. Now, what I highly recommend is actually sitting with your emotion to allow it to release. So let's say something happens, you're feeling all these feelings inside of you, you don't know what exactly, right? Take a moment, put your hand on your heart, and just take a deep breath. You can close your eyes and just breathe, holding your heart and just breathing in deeply and then releasing slowly, and doing that for a while first. Okay. So you just want to connect with yourself and connect with your body, right? Because we tend to kind of be out there and then this thing up here starts going, and we're all whatever, right? But it's coming back into our bodies. So just taking that moment by connecting with your heart to get back into your body. And then just close your eyes and just wonder without any judgment. Remember, it's judgment free. There's no judging yourself. Whatever is just is. It doesn't mean it's who you are. It's part of the conditioning and the BS from society, from parents, experiences, things we told ourselves that aren't even true. So it's nothing actually personal to you. It's what we all experience. Okay. So just do not judge yourself. Give yourself that much compassion to understand. Okay. So then you go inside and you feel, okay, where am I feeling this feeling? And let's say it's in your stomach, right? So allowing the feeling to feel, allowing the feeling to be, giving it that space, giving it that room in order to feel, right? So you feel the sadness and you give it that space, like a little child. A little child is coming to you after for something. If you keep ignoring it, the child will just be coming back harder and harder and harder. But once you actually hear the child and acknowledge the child, they're happy. And they go off on their own little way and they're happy and all is well all over again, right? And also think of it as that little child within you that actually never got heard. right? Because most children are really not heard, especially when it comes to their emotions. They're pretty much squashed and told they don't need to feel that way, right? So again, feel the feeling without any judgment. So let's say it's in your stomach and you feel it in your stomach. Allow yourself to feel it. Remember, you're safe. It's not going to kill you. You are actually safe. It may not feel too good, but you are safe. Everything is fine. And just feel the emotion and breathe into it. So the breathing in and out into that area. So let's say the sadness is in your stomach, breathing into it and out kind of helps move around the energy of that sadness to release out of you, right? It might be in your stomach, it might be somewhere else, it might be a sensation all over your body. Either way, just the same idea. And just imagine. And before you know it, it'll actually just release. And it'll be like, wow, right? But if you shoved it down or you avoided it or you went to go do something else instead, an hour later, you're going to feel it again, or the next day, and the next day after that, and the next day after that. But if you allow yourself to just feel it, acknowledge it, like I said, like that child that never got to be heard, if you let your emotion be heard, remember, it doesn't need to be in control. You're just letting it hear, to be heard. It'll go by so much faster. Anyways, I hope that helped. Let me know your experience. If you tried it, what happened? What did you notice for yourself? Keep me posted. Have a great day.